The expressions and conversations on this show are simply your truth and your views. It's a platform where there is no judgment, no preconceived beliefs, and no fear. There is no right or wrong response, so speak freely, speak confidently, and speak your mind. Just remember to do it with respect. With that being said, let's toast to health, wealth,
and the motherfucking self.
And we're live. Welcome to another episode of Toast and Talk. I am your host, D. Will. I have my co-host, G.
Same old G. Genuine, John.
We have a returning guest, Tiff, here. Welcome back, Tiff.
Hello, hello, good people.
Spirit fingers.
Hey, I didn't know Tiff could sing. After this weekend. And we got another special guest here today. Jace.
The infamous JC on.
Hey, welcome, Jace.
I didn't get a round of applause when you introduced me.
Man, you don't need a round of applause every time.
That's
You're
bogus.
always here.
That's bogus.
I'm special.
That's bogus. That's bogus.
Pretty good week this week?
All around, pretty good week, man.
Yep.
Pretty good week. Happy belated birthday, brother.
Yep, celebrating my born day.
It was pretty good.
That was pretty epic.
Epic.
Yep.
That was one for the books.
It was one for the books. Yeah.
Your nosy ass.
Why I gotta be nosy?
You are the
He was
worst,
very
bro.
inquisitive.
God. Jeez. Please.
You probably be nosy yourself.
Yeah, we'll see. Don't try to outsmart me, guys.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we can pull one off.
Yeah. Let's open up with a toast. Y'all know the routine.
Yeah.
To health, wealth.
Yeah, yeah.
Your motherfucking self.
Let's do it. Outside of that, pretty good, man. Pretty upset about my Giants tying with the Washington Commanders. That should have been an easy win, especially coming here in a couple weeks. Division is tight, man. We needed that one. We needed that easy win.
We did.
But you did not win.
That's what you want to do?
I'm just saying, you did not win.
That's what you want to do?
You
Is
did
Lamar
not
playing
win.
next week?
Maybe.
All of my players are.
Maybe.
Did the Ravens win your
Hey, you
They
can't be a
did.
hater all your life. You know
They
that?
did. They came down, hungry through
Okay.
back to back.
You can't be a hater all your life. Hey, while we're on the subject of coaches, let's talk about Deion.
Coach Prime.
Prime time.
prime time?
Shout out to Prime Time, man.
Shout out to Prime time.
Happy fun.
Hey, there's a lot of people going at him on social media.
I seen that. I'm kind of on the fence.
Okay,
Why?
let's go while you're on the fence.
Success-wise and legendary-wise, I feel like it's a good move. Good move because of who he is. We watched what he did with Jackson State. Turned that program into a championship caliber program in a small area. HBCU definitely needed that. Mississippi needed that. But now it's like, now what? Like you're gonna hand over the reins, to one of your assistants or whatever. A lot of the boys are probably gonna, like he said, hit the portal and transfer or whatever the case may be. But what about the ones that don't make it?
But they wouldn't have made it whether he left or not.
What do you mean?
Because
Colorado's
there's-
a
there's
bigger
no-
university.
There is, but
Platform
there's
is
no
bigger.
guarantee that him staying in Jackson State, those same players would have made it.
Right.
But now you give your players that's going to transfer to Colorado State that already know how you operate, they already know how you like to prepare, and they're willing to play for you and transfer. Now you give them a bigger chance at a bigger school.
But what about the ones who are at Colorado? Do they even get the opportunity to play and learn those, traits from
They
Prime?
do, but they were 1-11, so he's already told them coming in, you got to be ready to work. And
Well,
if you're not ready to work,
His
you can hit
speech
the
was
front.
kind of, listen,
I'm not mad at the speech.
I ain't mad at this.
he
As
told
an
everybody
athlete-
hit the portal, man.
But as an athlete, he's literally
Make room
saying
for other people.
He's
is what
literally
he
saying
said.
y'all are 1-11. If you're not willing to compete and you don't want to compete,
Yeah.
you need to hit the portal because you're not gonna
Not
make
gonna be
it.
here.
You're
And
not
from
gonna
an
make it.
athlete's perspective, that's respect. Because it's not like you come into a winning program. You're coming
Right.
into a 1-11
Right,
program.
right.
Not like there's some great program. You got to turn them around. And
Yikes.
everybody's looking at Jackson State like, okay, he did good there, but is that going to transfer to a PWI? which is what he's at now. Does that translate over? Because you might have got respect in the HBCU because of your name and what you did, and kids want to play for you. But is that transfer at a PWI? That's where it comes in at. And I feel like I'm not mad at him, because will we be mad at any other coach for leaving for something more and something better? We're never mad at that.
They said they don't even got the money.
Yeah, I
They
did see
ain't even
that.
got all the money.
Hey, they trying.
He said, but we gonna get it.
They trying to scrape up them coins right now, and they can about to get them donors out there. But what I don't want is everyone to forget his accolades and what he did, prior to then, prior to the move. I mean, because he was a big time, high school football coach. He then went to, Jackson State, turned that program, got them endorsements, got them, Under Armour sponsors, the whole 9 yards. And let's not forget, his accolades. And I get, hey, some people are saying, he's in it for the bag, but good gosh. 300,000 a year versus 5 million a year.
Yeah.
Come on, some of y'all sell out your mama
I'm trying to
for
tell you.
less.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you.
So,
out to Coach Prime, man.
shout out to him elevating to a next level.
I think at first he wanted to go to a PWI. He really didn't want to go to a HBCU. But I guess the qualifications, he didn't qualify to be able to go. And so that's why he chose the HBCU and he gave back. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he got to do what he got to do. It's business-wise. I mean, he's elevating these players. If they want to get into, like, the NFL, he's giving them that skill and that playing field level, like, this is what you need to do to get from point A to point B. So I give him all respect. Hey, you got to do it. You got to stay in the cold, not me.
Yeah.
Because it's cold in Colorado. all that
That snow.
But I also feel like he's giving his players, like you said, a better chance, because you had the success at Jackson State, and now those players have a chance to transfer to Colorado. So for him, I don't think it necessarily mattered where the school was at, but to him, it's giving his players that he knows. Because we can be honest, when it comes to the draft, you do get drafted out of an HBCU, but you get dropped. No matter how good you are, you get dropped in the draft just because you're coming from an HBCU, because they don't see the competition as the same. So he's giving his players that have a better chance at the next level a chance to come somewhere where you're going to compete against tougher competition. So they can't just look at what you did in the HBCU and say, well,
He's
that's
only
just
good
against there.
Right,
That
right.
kind of competition. So I'm not necessarily mad at it at all. Not even from a money standpoint, just from watching how he likes to handle himself. He's coming off as somebody that's looking out for his kids. Because like I said, now those Jackson State players can transfer. And he's going to take them.
Absolutely. But HBCUs was never invited to the Columbine.
Yeah.
So HBCU was always the last to know about everything. Those D1 players got invited. HBCU was never invited until like after the fact we pushed it. So now since we pushed it, we still don't get the recognition or accolades say that we have great players after the fact. So if you want to play, you put in a portal and get transferred.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Good opinions right there. I really appreciate that, I do wish Dion a lot of success going forward, especially in the limelight that we are in right now, because it's quick. It's hard out here, because we quick to cancel somebody, we quick to cut a person off. And we, quick to call somebody a coon out there,
Right.
or a sellout or whatever.
Right.
Stephen A. is under fire right now. There's a lot of people out
What about
there.
Nike canceling Kyrie?
Well, we discussed that
scary.
previously. I think that
It was official, I think, early today, yesterday, something like that. Over the weekend, I guess.
I guess my aspect of it is I felt that it was in the making. If I was about to wear that hoodie today. Speaking of which,
Kyrie hoodie?
no,
So glad you didn't.
That hoodie.
Glad you didn't, brother.
Got that in KC and JoJo. But anyways,
Glad you didn't, brother.
if if I was marketing, if I was your ambassador for your brand, and I publicly came out and said, hey, that your brand is shit, and eventually what's going to happen? You might want to cut ties with
We
me.
need to talk.
We need to talk. And everybody's forgetting that he kind of pretty much basically said, I forgot what shoe it was, but he basically, came out and said, hey, this shoe is trash. I would have to look it up, but
Kyrie said this?
yeah.
I like the Kyrie 1s and the 2s. After that, I think the rest of them was trash.
So I have a question. So
We thought they were trash, but he can't say that
Right.
openly.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, we can have a conversation behind
Mm-hmm.
closed doors, and we could discuss this, but, don't openly say,
Well, that's like with a lot of the branding period. Like I remember when me and my man L, shout out to Lenny, man, when we played N1 2004. Like that's all we were allowed to wear. Like Hot Sauce would have Jordans on, but you couldn't go out in the public with them on.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is all you have. And the same like when I had the Nike sponsorship in Philly, doing the personal training. Like they provide you so much stuff. Like it's almost to the point like, I didn't have not a contract like Kyrie had, but it was just a apparel endorsement. So they just send you stuff. It's cool. Yeah. So I guess I'm on the fence about Nike stuff. A bunch of it. Like I don't think I'm to the point like my son where I'll throw them away in the incinerator because a lot of the black owned, I don't like the styles of them.
But even that, like, you and I had this conversation. My son's is, he's speaking, and I respect his opinion on it. But however, he's bringing light to other brands out there, and now there are a couple other black brands out there that are getting sued by Nike because of what do they call it, the blueprint of the shoe kind of looks like Jordan 1s or
The trademark,
Dunks.
the trademark and the patent is
The trademark blueprint just kind of looks too much similar, and now they're getting lawsuits brought upon them. I don't know if it's direct correlation, but hey,
I mean, I think they were small fish until mice, started, tagging and follow this brand and that brand and this brand. I think they were small fish, so it's kind of like, because they've been rocking for a minute.
yeah,
They've been
I get
rocking
it.
for a minute, so yeah.
I get
we'll
it.
See.
We'll see. So,
Wish them brothers the best.
yep, wish them all the best. You said you had a question too?
So, as a brand ambassador, what is the expectations? Would you want your ambassador to have a voice or not have a voice? It's just like it's always a fine line on what you ambassadors want. It's like you want me to represent your brand, but I can't say what I want to say or have the limit to what I want to say. I think that's
It's kind of twofold.
Yeah, it's kind of twofold. It's like on one end,
You want to use my
you
name
wanna
and my
use
reputation.
name, but I can't say how I feel politically. Like I don't think that's
And
kind
the
of
funny
right.
thing was, Kyrie never said
He never
anything.
said anything.
Right.
He literally just posted something.
That's the craziest part of
So
the whole
he's
thing.
literally never said a word. He posted something from Amazon. and called all
Never
this
said a
out.
word.
Yeah.
That man never said a word. Meanwhile, Amazon, all they did was make you pay for the movie now. It ain't no longer free. You got to pay for it now. But you can still go on there and watch it if you want to. And nothing's been said to them. They haven't had their Thursday Night Football endorsement yanked. They ain't lost no sponsorship.
They're not gonna lose that.
Jeff Bezos definitely ain't lost no money.
He's definitely about to buy the Commanders.
Yep. He ain't losing no money.
Meanwhile,
But those people in positions are not us.
Oh, no, I got to
Yeah.
go work.
They're not us.
Yeah.
I got to
They're
go work.
they're
Yeah.
others.
Yep. I seen Jeff
others.
Bezos' ex has got a divorce from her new guy already. She's back on the street again.
That's fast.
Jeez.
I know he's upset.
He was a teacher. He upset them M's are walking out the door.
Definitely.
He miscalculated.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you have one job, keep her happy.
Just keep her happy. He would have been. He would have.
That's that one.
Hey,
You don't gotta sneak and watch the game. Put it up there so I can see it too.
The Falcons.
hey. So we kind of always tell a backstory on how each other met or whatever. We go with Jess. How'd you come in contact with you? Jace. Excuse me.
I said, what the fuck
Jace.
is Jess? Hilarious.
Jess. Jace.
Hilarious.
I have my funny moments. I met G because he is the rudest person I've ever met in Virginia. I actually walked to the barbershop to get cut, and this man was the only person in the chair, and he's sitting there, and I walk in, and he's on his phone, and he just goes,
So you trying to say I wasn't cutting? I wasn't working?
"No, there was nobody in the shop. You was just there."
Why?
Shade.
But y'all had just opened. I'll give you that. You just opened.
all right.
Let me tell
Try-
that part.
try-
He just opened.
try
So
to make
he's
it
literally
seem
sitting
like
in
I
the
ain't
chair,
handling business.
and he's on his phone, and he just goes, "Yo," and just turns back around. And I'm
You know what that means?
like, "Are you cutting?"
Yes.
He didn't even look up. He's like, "Yeah, what you want?" I'm like, I'm about to walk out of here, but I need a cut. I'm like, I just need like a mid fade and a lineup, like, and that is how I met him. And I was like, you know what? He
dog
he
ever
cut
since.
good. He was rude, but he cut good. I've been coming ever since.
But
I thought that Joker was rude also, man.
Golly.
Like, fucking give me a call before you come up here. Fuck.
you got called before you come in the building, man. Just walk in the building,
God
man.
dang, you know what I'm saying?
Shit,
And then
G14 classified, baby.
Oh, that's security.
didn't even have like what up, nothing. It's just like okay.
I got a yo.
God dang, you know how you sit in a chair and you expect a little bit of small talk or whatever? Nah.
Nah, but
Dang.
he was like, "Yo, what?" No. His was funny. He was like, "Yo, what you want?" So I told him, and he starts cutting. All of a sudden, in the middle, there's like a pause, and I hear, "Yo, yeah, man, just in here cutting." I'm like,
Hey,
That sounds just like
but you know what? I came back the next time, and the guy beside him was eating while cutting, and I felt like talking on the phone. I was getting off easy, so I was cool. Go ahead, talk.
he would have a whole conversation. You think you just talking to me? Nah. Nah. Yo. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hit you back. Like, damn.
Hey, this man have 7
Multitask
conversations and then be like, "Yo, you doing good? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and lean back for me." What?
Yo,
Was you talking to me at
No.
any
that
point?
multitask.
Shout out to the Rude Barber in the house.
But Cut's great though.
but,
Yeah.
yo, listen. But Jace is like one of the only people, bro, that I had to ask this dude, how you getting your hair cut every week?
Yes,
I'm gonna grow it out. I'm gonna get the curls.
yes.
Now,
I done went through a lot
Jace,
of hair.
you are single, correct?
I am single.
Okay. So Jace used to come in the shop, right?
Ooh, don't
This,
talk business
with
like
this
that.
junk, right? And then growing my hair out, got the curls. Okay, bro. And then Jace would come in the shop months later, like, okay, so now what you doing? Yeah,
You know,
she
I'm
don't
gonna
like the
take
curl, so I'm gonna do this now. This dude out of control.
Nah, you could always tell when I was in a relationship though, because I always wanted me to grow my
Grow
hair
it out then.
And as soon as I was single, hey bro, go ahead and
Give me a
leave ball fade. And he all that's how he could tell. He's like, "Oh, you single now? Come on, let me go ahead and shake you up real good." That's how it went.
Wow.
And what do I have right now?
Fade.
Ball fade.
The fade.
So that's another word. You're single, huh?
Always.
Okay.
Always.
How's
Right,
the
not
dating?
always.
How's the dating life for you?
Dating is trash, but it's fun.
Wait, why is it trash?
Wait, yeah.
Because
wait.
nobody really takes anything serious anymore. Like,
What age group, first of all?
we're not gonna do that. But however, it doesn't matter. There's no age. Really now, there's no age that really
You're
wants
right,
to
'cause
settle
everybody
down.
can get
Everybody is more like, you know what? Let's just have our fun in the night. If you stay, cool. If not, go home. Nobody's really into settling down anymore. Like,
Well,
Meg has made it where it's a hot girl summer year round, and all ages are hot.
not year round.
Not all
Year
year
round.
round.
Yes, it is. This ain't even cuddle season no more. They ain't even trying to cuff no more.
Wow.
Nah,
They ain't cuffing?
they ain't
Yo,
cuffing, man.
Dang.
And ain't nobody trying to get cuffed.
I remember.
Everybody outside.
outside year round.
Everybody outside year round.
Hey, COVID messed it up. COVID, they have got to get. They're catching up.
They catch it up.
They've got to have catch up time.
So, I remember when I first met you. You know, it was somehow we got on the topic of toys.
Oh, I remember. I remember. Can I start the story and then you
Please
come back?
Please start the story.
Say it
Go
was
ahead.
Lego.
I'm gonna come back. No,
It was
no,
not.
bruh. No, it was not,
I
bro.
would have gave a pass for Lego.
No, it was not no kid toys.
Nowhere close to it.
I was going to get beer, right, from CVS. Jace was my next appointment. When I come outside, I was like, bro, give me a ride to the store. Like, all right, bet. We get CVS, come back out. I'm looking for a bag to put the beer in or a hoodie or something to wrap it in. I was like, yo, we just wrap it in this. He had the trunk like, no, put it in this, bro. I got some. I'm like, bro, it's like 5 hoodies right here. I'm just covered with the hoodie with the.
That face tells it
Yo,
all. Never mind. I don't
why
even
did I
know.
just touch the joint, man? Yo,
I have a request, and I honor all requests that I can honor.
but you got the blicky in the back seat. You riding, you concealed
I
license.
mean, it happens in
I was
the
on the
backseat.
way to work, and I got a phone call. I'll be a few minutes late to work. You got to stay prepared. It's not my fault if you don't have a go bag that's always prepared.
You're out of control, Bucko.
I'm
Spend a
single.
night bag.
Whole bag.
I
So,
got a whole. You think I live in
So-
my car? I got whole sets of clothes. I got everything.
so,
Out of control.
so can I jump in now?
All right.
Brush your teeth. Wash
So,
Because
I got toothbrush and
so I come in on that story and I'm like, wait a minute, you know, that motherfucker out there more freakier than I am. You know what I'm saying? God,
Riding
dang,
around
hold
with
on,
the
now,
junk.
riding around with that. I don't never. Hey, and then it goes into details that I travel with it. I'm like, whoa,
That's just the
God
one he touched.
dang.
Wow.
You know, and so then
Can
I.
can we refill first?
But that's just the one he touched.
Can
Though.
we
There were
refill?
definitely others.
There was more in
There
there.
was more in the car.
Yeah, I
There's like
definitely,
3 more.
I definitely need a quick pause in the refill. Quick
So that's the
commercial.
only one you have to
Quick
touch.
commercial break.
All right,
Thank you. Quick.
and we're back. What a good break there.
I needed a refill.
You feel?
Refill.
Hey, she's sick. All right, so back. You have multiple joints in the car.
Yes.
I do. You got to stay prepared.
Okay.
You're out of control. I just have to keep reiterating that. You're out of control, Bucko.
I just stay in my lane.
Stay in your lane.
My lane might be a little bit wider than most, but I stay within the lines.
Wait a minute.
I was always taught stay between the mustard and the mayo because you don't want to become ketchup.
Don't want to become ketchup.
Stay between
never
the
heard
mustard
of
and the
I never
mayo.
heard that. I like that.
Never heard that
Yeah.
before.
I like to see the yellow and the white now.
Okay.
But okay. So wow.
This joker riding around with multiple blickies in the back seat.
Gotta stay prepared.
Dang.
And
I was always taught if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Absolutely.
any of
You learned. You must have grew up by a pimp. You got a lot of slick lines.
Hey, you
oh, you
know
from
what?
down south, so never mind.
Oddly enough, I was raised by a preacher.
really another PK kid. Shout out to PK kids.
Damn PK kids.
Shout out to PK kids.
The damn PK kids.
Yep.
The worst. It's because we get deprived of so much that once we get let loose, it's over. We have so much to make up for.
Like
A
letting the
lot
dog
to
out the yard.
It's worse.
Worst.
It's worse.
God almighty.
Wow.
God
Yikes.
almighty.
Well, all right now.
Well, you should always use protection.
All right. So we're gonna pull the band-aid off. What's your pronoun?
He, him.
He, him.
My nigga. AKA my nigga.
Have you always been a he, him?
Yes and no.
Okay.
To friends and whatnot, I've always been a tomboy, so it was never anything surprising. I was always mistaken for a guy, and ironically enough. So it's a slight yes. I've always been a he, him, but I was technically a she, her at first.
For
So,
real?
yeah.
Wait a minute, Tiff.
Would you like proof? Because I have this thing about
No.
flashing people.
Don't need proof.
I have this thing about flashing people. I've had to prove it alive.
So Jace
I
is
love it.
a great fucking friend of mine. It's no
love
secret.
it.
I love this man.
I met Jace like you said years ago, about 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Before the transgender. That's the proper word, right?
Transition.
Now, when I said what I say in the shop?
Oh man, you.
I made up my own word.
You were.
Damn, what was it? It was a good word.
I need Ashley.
Alright,
It was
but
trans
whatever.
something, but you weren't saying
So
transition.
before the transition, Jace was big boob, big hip, big booty female
Yes.
that always had hot Spanish chicks. Jeez Louise.
You get that up.
Puerto Ricans and black. Hey man, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I attract crazy. Hey, I attract crazy,
But
and you
that
cannot
was
get no
the-
crazier than Puerto Rican and black. And I've had my
Right.
own fair share of them. I'll say that.
So I've been a part of the whole process. And in the beginning, we used to laugh and talk in the shop. I used to be like, I'm talking about, Jace. Like, nah, bro, I'm not doing this shit on purpose, bro.
It takes a minute.
It
Right.
does.
It takes a minute. I know.
Like, even when before you, what is the procedure called?
I had top surgeries. Technically, it's a double mastectomy.
Mastectomy. I went to Penn State when you use those words there. But for this nigga got his titties off and shit, right? That's ignorant.
Jesus.
Hey man, them
Before,
jokes was huge.
before this nigga got titties was out
Hey, I
here,
had
man.
like 44 triple Ds. These jokes was humongous.
My
Like,
back was hurt moaning.
no, ironically enough. So I actually didn't get boobs until later in life because I was so active.
Basketball
I literally
player.
did not get boobs till I was like 24, 25. Like I literally still fit my training bra. And then one day at like 24, them jokes was just like
sporadically.
whoosh, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I don't know if I can say that,
You say
but
whatever
then
you
yeah,
want.
like they just kept growing, and it was just ridiculous. And I was like, "Yo."
So what made you transition?
I've always been a tomboy. My mom can tell you, like, it was no surprise to my mom, I'll say that. But, like, I've always been a tomboy. I hated playing with dolls. Like, every time my mom would give me a doll, I ripped the head off. She'd tell me to go play with girls. I'd go find the boys. Like, I didn't like anything girly. My mom literally, I'm a preacher's kid. We went to church every Sunday. Do you know I got beat every Sunday because I would not put on a dress? Every Sunday, I just woke up like,
Get this over with.
can I get breakfast first? Like, is it cereal? Is it like, did you actually cook? Is cereal? All right, let me get the cereal after. But if it's cooked food, let me go ahead and eat that first, and then we can go ahead and get the whooping and get started. Like every Sunday without fail, like I got whooped. So, always been a tomboy, like I said, and it's actually crazy. It runs in my family that the women have deeper voices. So, like, I got mistaken for a guy a lot. If you just heard
No,
me
nigga.
and didn't
Your
see me-
voice got that deep after
no.
you started taking the shit.
No. My voice was deep before. So I even have the proof when they actually do your blood work before. And my blood work as a natural born female, I was in the lower male range of testosterone. Like my shit had cleared female range, and I was in the lower male range. So like literally, it looked like I was.
So what the hell my voice is? Because your
Yeah.
voice is damn near deeper than mine.
You're a natural guy. It's still genetics though. Like men in my family.
You trying to
have
say we
deep
got
voices.
soft voices in my
Have
family?
you heard my mom speak?
No.
My mom has a deep voice. Like if you just hear my mom, you would think she was a guy, and I was the same way. It's gotten much deeper. It don't help that I smoke.
I don't like
Smoking
that you got a
definitely
fucking
makes
beard either, nigga. And that shit be
Hey,
fire
you know
after I
what?
cut that shit.
it. So my brothers,
That shit
Actually,
bogus, bruh.
when I went
This
home
is
for my mom's
bullshit.
birthday, my older sibling. So I'm the second youngest. My oldest brother's 50. I'm 35. So we really did not grow up together. And him and my brother and my sister, my three older siblings, they just saw me for the first time on my mom's birthday.
For real.
Like,
Wow.
when I tell you, it ended up being an impromptu, like family get together. Hit my niece up when I went home. She called her dad, and my brother was just like, "That's not you." Like, nah. And then my sister, like, we were so ghetto. Like, we literally had 3 phones up. Everybody's on a different FaceTime. We're like all talking. And then my sister walked into my brother's house, and I literally had not seen that sister in like 15 years. And she was like, "That's not you." She's like, "No, come here right now." And like we literally all got off the phone and went over there, and like nobody could believe. We called my other brother because he's in Ohio. We called him on the phone, and it was just like everybody was going crazy. They were just like, "Yo, all my brothers are mad because I have more beard than
Your
them."
beard. Yeah, bro.
Like all my brothers have like
This
goatees.
shit
They
is
have very connected. I have a full beard. Like it was crazy. Everybody they just kept grabbing. It was like, "Yo, is this really connected? Like this ain't yours." I'm
I
like,
thought
"Yo."
you had the man we beard.
Yeah, I was like, "Yo, this is growing out of my face." But I'm like, my brothers are both bald. Well, my middle and youngest brother are bald. My oldest brother, he's going bald. His hair is lasting.
CC.
But They were all jealous. They was like, "You still got your hair and you got a beard." He was like, "Where's ours?" I was like, "Yo, different parents, like genetics. I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all
neither.
dad was bald. Y'all fall in the footsteps." So
That's what it is.
You know, I commend
So,
you, 'cause
so there's I imagine there's a bunch of questions that's going to be coming on. One, Tiff is a middle school counselor. So, you know, she probably has a whole bunch of questions, and we have a whole bunch of questions. Just, you know, we're
I
not
asked all my questions.
We're not, you know, trying to hear to support, exploit. We
How about
just
say
how
we're
to.
not here to support? Wait, bruh.
No, we are here to support. We're not here to exploit. Excuse me. We just, you know, just trying to get educated, because I think a lot of it has to do with education. And I'll start off. I guess. Have you fully transitioned?
So I actually don't have a penis, and it's really just because the doctor I wanted to perform it, he left Kaiser, and I don't like the other doctor's work. So that's really the only reason why I don't have a penis. But I do not have my boobs anymore, and I do not have I had a full hysterectomy, so fallopian tubes, ovary, all that stuff is gone.
So funny story, right? Again, I've been a part of the whole process. Like, this is really a good friend of mine, right? So when Jace was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get a piece too," nigga, how are you going to do that? So he explained to me the whole everything, and I was like,
He got mad because I could choose
Let's-
the size.
let's talk about this, right?
Whoa,
Once you get it-
Pause. You could choose a size.
Yes, young.
Yes, so
They get to
If
decide
you-
if they want building
So-
block.
I'll tell this. The quick version of it is you have three places to take it from. They can take it from your forearm, they can take it from your thigh, or they can take it from your side. Your forearm gives you the most sensation, but it's also typically the smallest because you only have so much space, and they actually take from like here to here. So typically, if you do your forearm,
That's a
you're
decent
looking-
piece.
You're looking at 4 to 6 inches, depending on how long
My
your
arm a
forearm
little
is.
longer than
Yeah, depending on how long your forearm
My
is.
arm a little longer than yours.
Okay, you keep on with that. So that's your forearm. That's where I wasn't going.
Bet you your forearm not longer than that toy.
It isn't. But so I didn't like the forearm because
Damn,
of
you
the
got
scar.
a joint longer than
And
this?
then you can do.
Nigga, you got a joint in your car longer than this?
It's 11 and a half. But anyway, they can take from your
put
side,
the whole
and that
joint in
leaves
there?
you. Yes.
Whoa!
You can take it from your side, and
You are
they
fucking
will
the game
literally.
up.
It gives you the least scar because
Okay.
they literally close your side up. But once again, you're limited in your amount. But this is the best side for no scarring. Then the second best option is your thigh, which, as you can see, G, I have long thighs. Therefore, I can get a good 8 to 10 inches
You trying to say
out
I
of my
don't?
thigh area, and if need be, they can use both thighs.
God damn. The
So-
fuck is you trying to get?
It just depends. You can go one,
You
or
really
you
trying
can
to get
go
another
both.
leg?
No, I'm saying like it depends on what you want. Now they will tell you most guys, because they recommend you stay between 6 and 8, just because.
That's regular, man.
But it never goes flaccid, is what you have to remember. For us, it
Oh, yeah,
never
it just
goes
stayed.
flaccid because we can pump
And
it
explain
up.
flaccid for the people.
Flaccid means it never goes soft. So
The bitch don't go down.
How,
You just
how
walk
you guys
around
be
with
looking
that
for
shit.
like little dick prints on people? You will always see a dick print on a trans guy because it doesn't go down like a normal guy. We actually,
For real?
yes.
No, I'm being honest.
No. So the quick version.
Y'all the
is-
gray sweatpants cheaters.
So the quick version of it is in
Y'all
your
the
last
cheaters.
part of your surgery, they actually put an implant in that will allow your penis to become erect. So when it's time for it, there's one or two places you can put it in the balls, or they can actually put it in your hip, and you hit one side, it inflates. You hit the other side, it deflates. Basically,
Go
it sends
gadget.
saline up into the tube, makes it hard. Then you hit the other side, it takes the saline back out, and the saline goes back into your balls.
Yo,
So
science is a motherfucker.
one of your
Jesus.
balls is a real ball. The other one is a saline ball that holds the fluid to make you erect and soft.
And we like COVID, beat our ass down. Jesus.
Shout out to science.
Well, I got the same shit. You take the pill, right, and they make your shit shoot up. And then you then make shit shoot down.
But if yours stay hard for longer than 4 hours, you gotta go to a doctor.
Yeah, you gotta get a needle.
Yeah. They already tell you that.
So I have a question. Like
What's
they
up?
said, I'm a middle school counselor, and for me, I place no judgment because you have to live with that. Like you have to be able to have that choice to be able to have that confidence like you did. And how would you tell a middle school like who was going through that transition or who was thinking about like what guidance would you give someone to try to help a parent understand their child going through that?
Well, from a parent's perspective, all you can really do is, it sounds cliche, but to listen, respect, and actually just love your child, because it's hard enough, even though I'm an adult, it's still hard enough being a transgender person, because people don't understand how much we're just attacked in general just off of misinformation and people refusing to be educated. Like, it's not oh, I'm a transgender and the next day you're changed. Like, it is a long process, especially when it comes to kids. Like, Zaya Wade is a perfect example. A lot of people are attacking her, but what they don't understand is technically all they could have done for her when she came out is what they did, and that's put her on hormone blockers. And all that does is stop you from going through puberty. It doesn't make you a boy or a girl. It just stops it and gives you a chance to say, this is what I want to be. Which for boys, I will say is the best option, because I've always said it. It's easier to transition from a female to a male than it is from a male to a female, because men have characteristics that it's hard to hide. So for a kid, if you put them on those hormone blockers and just allow them to progress and go through the therapy that's involved and actually come to a decision when they're older, there's nothing wrong with going through puberty at 18 versus 12.
Right.
But if you decide to transition, like Zaya probably will, Zaya is very beautiful. But she would have looked different had she gone through a male puberty and then transition. She would have looked completely different.
So
Because
remember I told you like I was biased about that, the hormone blockers. So my son is my child wants to be addressed and recognized as a boy, which was born my daughter, and I was against it at first, like no. And then we had the podcast at the shop, and it was very educational, and it was actually dope. So I was like, all right, like the same thing Jason saying, like Jason told me before, and I was like, okay.
So when you have partners, do you let them know?
yes, I'm actually very open and honest. Like 9 times out of 10, I'll tell you I'm trans before, just like in general meeting people, because for me at this point in life, it's more of the shock. No, it's more the shock factor. I enjoy the shock factor because people just
Did you see your
cannot
face?
believe it.
Don't worry, we got it on camera.
Yeah, people. You should have seen Dana's face.
Okay.
Yes.
Dana's face
mouth was open.
priceless. Like
Him
I
and Larry.
wish it would have been recorded.
Him and Larry both, their
Their face
mouth was open, like
priceless. Because they just could not.
they was like,
believe it.
wait, what?
Like I had to go so far back as to go
Take
on
the
my
cape
sister's
off.
Facebook to
I had
find a
to find
picture of
old
me
pictures
before
too. Yeah.
to prove to them
Yeah.
it was me. And really, the only thing between me before and me now that you could tell is my eyes. No, it's my eyes.
And your weight gain.
No.
Weight loss.
But like now, if you see me now and you knew me before, the
Oh,
only
you talking about when
people
you had
know-
the dress on?
Yeah, the only way people really know me is my eyes.
I
Like,
probably would have cranked back then with the dress on. I mean, if you were over 18.
I was.
Okay,
I was
yeah, I
like
would probably
21, 22 in that pic, definitely.
But look, spinning off of that, right? Funny part of this whole process, right? When me and Jace was talking, it was like, yo, I'm gonna get a joint. And I was like, okay, all right, well, I want to see it when you get it.
And my reaction
But then
was,
we
you'll be
were-
on the long list because
we were like, wait.
about 40 people.
we were like, wait, how are we gonna do it? Like, you can't just seductively unzip your pants and do it. You can't just flash me with the joint. Like,
Hey, I was
you
low-key-
can't send me a dick pic. Like, how the fuck are we gonna
Hey,
do this?
I'm not even gonna lie. My brother pulled me outside. My oldest brother. I'm not gonna say his name. Well, he pulled me outside and he was like, the same thing you guys worry about. Hey, you know, I don't mean to keep saying her. And I'm like, yo, I haven't seen you in like 5-6 years. I live in a whole nother state. You live in a whole nother state. Like, we were never home at the same time. Like, I get it. I don't expect you guys to heed just all of a sudden. He was like, but can I ask, like, you got a dick? And I was like, nah, yeah. I told him the same thing. He was like, cause I ain't gonna lie. He was like, it might have been gay, but I was gonna ask to see it. It might have been a little gay, but I was gonna ask to see it.
That's
And
what
was
I said,
like, but everybody wanted to see
wanted
it.
to see it.
And if I ever get it, I promise I will show you guys because I show everything. I've
Yo,
been naked so long at the doctor.
I was in the
don't
parking
phase
lot at the shop. I was getting in the truck or out of the truck.
me. You were pulling up, and I was.
and the
coming from
car
Reagan.
just skirts, and it made me panic. And
Nigga
this
almost shot me.
Jumped out, sweater up, like, look,
I
bruh.
was so
And
excited.
I'm like, who the fuck? Pull your sweater down. Oh, wait, let me see again. Oh shit.
Hey, but
Okay,
but the
okay.
wild thing is, do you even remember? I don't have nipples.
You don't have nipples? Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
nipples.
Just
Wait,
go.
you took them off?
Yeah, so when you have top surgery, they actually, if you want nipples, they actually have this little ring and they put it on your nipple, and it makes it the male size because males have smaller nipples. And then they basically scrape everything off the back of your nipple. They throw this saline solution, and then in your surgery they reattach it. Well, as an African American, most of the time they come
Scars
in
are banged
pigmented.
up.
It's not even about the scars. They come in pigmented, and you don't have feeling in them anyway. So I was like, do I want odd colored nipples? They
With
don't,
no
I don't have
feelings?
any feeling in them, or do I want to skip that part of healing? And I
get
actually ran
tattoos.
across a guy on Twitter, and he had surgery. He didn't have his nipples, and I was like, I don't want nipples. And my doctor was so taken back. He was like, so nipples. I was like, don't want them. So then we came to surgery. He was like, so about the nipple place. I was like, so we're not doing nipples. I don't want nipples. He's like, yeah, you didn't want nipples. I don't want nipples. Even my doctor post surgery, my regular doctor, she's like, so how did you feel? And I was like, great. She's like, in the nipples? I was like, and I don't have them. She was like, huh? And I was like, don't have them. So
How long
yeah,
was
You're like a
recovery?
borderline nudist.
I am. I hate clothes. I absolutely hate clothes. I hate them. I do
When
wanna go
motherfuckers,
to-
we be like, this is a female. What?
I would have never known that.
And the motherfucker be like this. Like, no, what are you doing? Bro, we're cool. We believe
So-
you. We believe you, bro.
So
Was recovery long?
No, so ironically enough, top surgery, and most guys will tell you your scars do not hurt. My only hurt was my doctor put staples to hold my drains in, and instead of going like where most doctors go in your current incision to avoid the extra scar, my doctor actually decides to staple you up and put your drain coming up this way and then coming down for some weird reason. So my staples was the only thing that ever hurt. Like my scars, like I literally had to look down and be like, did he really cut me? No, mind you, I don't have any titties. But I'm like, are you sure he cut me? Because it does not hurt at all. It does not hurt.
So, have you been in like any awkward situations? Like, you know, said person,
Nigga, you a boy.
you know, just
Wait, you a girl.
yeah, just get confused.
Man, what the fuck?
Nah, I mean, because most people when they see me, if you
It's a
don't
name.
know me,
I'm Jace.
I'm a guy.
Yeah.
Look like a guy, sound like a guy. Until I get completely butt naked, because most people don't even realize I don't have nipples. Okay,
You like a Ken doll.
I am. I don't think he has nipples. Wait, let me get my pecs and my six pack together. I'm
Oh
gonna be a little
shit,
real
that
light
was a
kid
good
now.
one.
That is
I thought of that
shit.
on the fly too.
That is a good one. I am a
shit,
kid
you
dog.
like a fucking Ken doll.
But most people just looking at me,
shit,
they
you're
don't know.
dumb.
Even before my surgery, like I wore a binder, and you would think with triple D's, like people would be able to see them, and even with a binder, like I just look like a fat guy.
Yup,
Oh wow.
Even before I got my beard, I just look like a fat
I
guy.
know. These jinx hurt.
You
Yes.
said these jinx hurt.
They
I'm
do.
telling you.
You can't buy these.
I don't
jinx.
have them jinx, so I don't know.
I don't have it no more. Do not listen.
So, do you are you part of the LGBTQ plus ABC?
The alphabet.
Are you part
Yes
of the
and no.
community?
I'm not
It's,
like.
it's easier and safer to say alphabet.
Yeah, just say
No,
the alphabet.
But
Really?
to me, I think it's disrespectful.
We got almost all the letters. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, and we got like 18 of them. And they keep adding. It's just
like-
the alphabet.
He said 18. We
But
got 18 of them.
I think the most recent one is LGBTQ and then any.
No, it's LGBTQIA, and then
What's the I?
intersex,
Intersex.
A?
What that mean?
asexual, and then you have N for non-binary.
Huh?
NB is non-binary. I told you we all over the alphabet.
What's hold on.
Non-binaries are people that don't
So
identify
for the
as male
people
or
out there,
female.
break it down.
So lesbian is girl on girl. Gay is guy on guy. Bisexual is you like all. And then that's even more in depth because you got pansexual and all these other sexuals. LGBT. T is trans. Q is questioning. I is intersex. A is asexual. And then you have
What's
non-binary.
intersex?
Intersex are...
That's new to me.
No. So intersex are people that are like, you might be born a girl, but you have a penis. Now, sometimes they go through and they have surgery to let your parents can choose one or the other.
You were
What's the
born
word?
that way?
Hermaphrodite.
Yeah, them.
That's intersex, basically.
That's intersex.
Yeah.
So why didn't just use what is naturally called?
Because hermaphrodite is technically like a slur.
It is?
Yeah.
So why would they teach us that?
Because they taught us a lot of stuff. They don't teach a lot of stuff they taught us now, bro. We're not even going to go into school and what
This
they're
is a
teaching.
lot.
But yeah, and then it's A is asexual. You got non-binary.
Wait,
and
pause.
then-
Don't. You're not gonna speed past this shit, okay?
What?
This is
Let's
education.
go.
What is asexual?
Asexual.
You want to have
is-
a sex with a person?
No, so asexual don't feel like they have anything. And you're technically like not attracted. If I'm not mistaken, like you're not necessarily attracted off of sex. Like you're somebody that can go without sex.
What?
You talking about somebody in prison?
No,
That's
they
the-
be fucking
that's
in
the-
prison.
No, I know I didn't. I know you fucking
Well, you
lying.
might not, but they be fucking in prison. Trust me, they got a whole prison.
Yeah, they do be.
OnlyFans going on.
Holy?
What?
Only yes.
Oh yeah, you in a whole nother loop.
No,
Yes.
no.
That's another topic.
Yeah, that's
Get back.
another one. Yeah.
But I said, do you want me to pull it up?
No.
NB is non-binary. They're
You said later.
They're like the same thing. They don't believe like they might be female one day, male the next. They just go with the flow. Like
Oh, because my students be like, I'm just non-binary. I'm like,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
you might be a female one day, you might be a guy
Tomorrow
the
be
next.
a girl.
Like you might decide you want to be a dinosaur. Like there's
They just don't identify with
they don't identify as
anything.
anything. Like they're not male or female.
Okay.
But yeah, we take up a lot of. Are you looking up the the gay OnlyFans, the prison OnlyFans over there?
Better not be.
My man,
No.
my man put his
You
phone
better
up
not
to
be.
the side.
You
real
better be
quick.
looking up the Lamar Jackson injury report. That's what you better be looking
So the
up.
colors represent the same thing, right? The colors and the flag.
So,
No, so-
Whoa, education.
yeah, education because if you got 18 letters,
Hold on, let me pull up the
how many
flags.
colors?
Yeah, 'cause
It's a lot. So like the
brown.
transgender flag is like pink, blue, white, blue, pink. To
Whoa, I
represent-
thought it was the regular rainbow. Y'all have just lost me.
No.
Regular rainbow is like gay.
Just gay.
It's
That's
so
regular
much
gay.
more. Yes, it's so much more.
it's-
Hold
they
on.
got the brown, the black.
Yes,
the
it's a
light.
lot.
Can we take this shot because I don't want to get drunk and then say the wrong shit like Nori be doing on this
mean-
shit. Come on, GTBQ. God
The
damn, fucked up.
alphabets.
God damn it. To the safe space, man.
Safe space.
Thank you, Jace.
I tapped after LGBTQ flag.
The safe space.
All
God
right,
almighty.
so-
That's just interesting.
There are 32
I cannot wait
LGBTQ
until
pride
we
flags.
zoom in on Tiff's
32?
face.
32.
It's fucking.
No, right, my sister, she's gay,
cannot wait.
and you know I love it. I'm like, she's free. She enjoys it. I'm like, as long
My
as you're
sister is
safe.
gay as well.
Okay.
That's
So I don't know if
super
y'all
dope.
are able to zoom in on this if I hold
No,
this
we
up,
don't. We take your
because-
word for it.
No, there's 32 of them. So
Oh, the colors.
yeah, the traditional gay flag is, gay pride flag is the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
The Philadelphia gay pride flag is that plus brown and black. Yes. The Prague, I don't know. Let me see. Here.
No.
Where's the close camera?
The
There we
closest
go.
one is right there.
We're just gonna have to do that. Y'all gonna have to Google. It's a lot of
Are
it's a
you
lot of flags. Yes. Those are all the gay pride flags. The only one I know is that pink, blue, and white.
Please,
the
I hope
little
nobody
rainbow at
sends
the
a
top.
dick pic while we doing this.
Please,
Thank you.
Oh no, I don't get dick pics like that. They'll go in my DMs.
You know, it's funny because my kids, they're like, when they tell me that they're either gay or they're non-binary, they're like, I want to be called.
Again,
she.
this is in middle school, right?
Yes, middle
Okay.
school. They be like, call me so and so. I'm like, what's your name, baby?
What your name is?
Well,
I
just
just
tell
want
me
to call you your name.
He's like, well, I said no because your name means something. Like
Mm-hmm.
your name is something that you want to be called by.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, Toby, cool. Your name is Toby. I'm gonna call you Toby.
What if you want to be Kunta?
Whatever your name is, that's what I'm gonna call you. I'm not gonna be the one who gets you confused by the he, she, because I know me. I don't want to never
Disrespect you. Correct.
that part. I'm not.
But I'll say this: you're not confusing the child because kids aren't stupid. Kids know what they want from a very young age. Kids know when they feel different. Now it's easier to identify what that difference is because there's more information. I literally grew up with, so my stepdad had a sister who looked, acted, and dressed as a guy. If you had never met her and you just seen her on the street, you would have thought she was a guy. She was in a relationship with a man who looked, dressed, and acted like a woman. If you didn't know her, you would think she was a woman. I literally grew up with that and still did not identify with transgender.
We can hear Zaza.
Like, I didn't identify with that because even though it was right there in my face, the information was not available to me. So if that information had been available to me, I would have been able to express the feelings I felt. It would have been able to say, hey, I need to talk to somebody because I feel different because of this, but without knowing why I felt different and without having the words,
Oh, man,
I couldn't go to my parents and say, hey, I feel weird because of this, and it's this and this and this.
Wow.
Now kids have the access to say, I feel different because of this, and kids are smarter now than we are. Kids have access to way more things, and they're unfortunately growing up a lot faster. So I don't think, I understand where you're coming from because as a somebody that works in the school system, it can come back on you. But
Right.
I wouldn't say don't dismiss like what they're saying to you because they have these feelings and you might be the person they feel comfortable saying it to because their parents might not be open and accepting of it.
Just the way you say that, parents struggle with that because now it's legal that a student can change their name
Yeah, you did
without
tell
the
us that.
parent being notified. The parent doesn't have to know. So what I educate the kids on is like, it's okay to change your name, but please have a conversation with your parents. I said, because if your name is changed, this will be on your diploma.
Yeah.
And if your parents don't know, then it's a whole fiasco, which I've had. Parent was very upset. Hispanic culture was like, no, you're discriminating the race, and yada, yada, yada. Mom went off. So we had to have a whole conversation with mom. Was like, Mom, like, Toby has, like, for instance, Toby is it's not a name, but
Every time you say Toby, I keep wanting to say Kunta, and I know it's ignorant. But
that Toby has the right to change the name because that's what they want to go by, and you have to respect that. Mom was not having it at all. But at the end of the day, it's like, the child has to be comfortable enough to come talk to you. And right now, I can't change it back. So I just don't like parents not knowing, but at the end of the day, I have to do my job legally, politically. Like, I get it, but the kids I think the kids struggle with having that conversation with parents.
Especially if it's the Hispanics because
Of course. They don't believe in that.
they don't, not at all. Those and Africans, they are the hardest.
Yeah. So, two things. Well, I got a couple things, and just excuse me if I take this car around the block a couple times. But so one, I think that just a kind of caveat on it, that it's important that we kind to educate the youth because the youth has it different than what we had it. They can get bullied by thousands of millions of people in like overnight,
Right.
on social media and whatnot. So, it's important to have these tough conversations and, just kind of just make people aware of it and whatnot. And then, I do have another point, just to kind of caveat that the African culture is like really, really not supporting that at all. The Nigerian, or is it Kenya? I think Kenya just banned, there will be no, gay or lesbian any interaction on any of the movies that are actually showed over there. So
Yeah, they're very strict.
then there was some, pushback on the whole scene on Wakanda Forever. That scene, there was some pushback on that. So yeah, it's real out there. Know some personal friends over in Kenya, that are gay, and they really have to keep a low profile because it is, not accepted as like it is in the U.S. So that's that, and I do, one, applaud you for coming on to the podcast and just having open conversation and open dialogue about it. So, shout out to you. I appreciate it. And I'm still working on mine, bro. Appreciate that, though.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do. So,
I heard that Disney, not to cut you off, bro, before I forget. I heard Disney just released a movie and there was a gay character in it.
I heard something about that.
And like the numbers were bad based off of them having a big gay character in it.
But I'll say this: people are so
Excuse me.
they have their priorities wrong. I promise you, nothing a child watches on TV or lives in real life is going to affect how they turned out. I grew up in a 2-parent male-female Christian household, and I'm a fucking transgender. I've been lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans. I've been all up and down the alphabet. But according to society, I should have grown up like the rest of my brothers and siblings, straight, married with multiple kids.
Do you want to have kids?
I physically cannot have kids.
Oh, yeah.
no.
You took all the goddamn ingredients out.
Everything is gone. So the reason why I personally never wanted to have kids was more personal than anything transgender. I actually never wanted to pass on my sperm donor's genes.
Okay.
Like that was my thing.
Hey.
But no, I mean it's nothing.
I'm
bad.
not defending him, but I don't like that.
I'm sorry. I never wanted to pass on my
Father.
Genetics.
my genetics. Thank you. I never wanted to pass my genetics on to anyone
Smart.
else.
I'm tired of y'all
Like
smart.
that. Thank you. Quick with it. I never want to pass my genetics. But I didn't actually want to have kids though. No.
so let me ask you this question.
Y'all know me. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids, man.
Do you think what we see on television is oversaturated?
Two-part. And do you think it depicts the alphabet community properly?
No.
No, not at all. It doesn't. I'm going to ask yours first. It does not depict it. I will say it's not oversaturated because for years all we had was straight couples. Was it oversaturated to see a straight couple? No, because it's normal in society. So if you guys have 10 shows and 2 out of the 10 have a lesbian, gay, or a transgender couple on there, that's 1 in 5 shows. You mean to tell me you can't skip 1 out of 5 shows?
Okay.
So it's not really oversaturated because the amount of straight families pushed upon us is far less than a same-sex family that's pushed upon
true.
us.
Okay. So let me follow it up with this. I did not need to know Bert and Ernie was gay.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
You didn't know?
I did not need to know Bert and Ernie was gay.
Tell it, Toby.
They was 2 dudes in the bathtub. I thought of them like brothers.
And see, this is what's crazy.
You never took a bath with your cousins?
Yes.
But this is what's
That's
crazy.
different,
But
though.
I ain't
listen,
gay.
but listen, this is what's crazy. You guys grew up watching that, and as a child, your mind never went to
And-
these 2 guys might be gay.
Until it
A
was
lot
done.
of stuff that people are worried about kids perceiving, kids
It'll
don't
go over their
perceive.
fucking
Go
head.
back and look at any of our kids' movies. There are adult things in those movies that flew over our heads because it wasn't pertinent to us. It's the same thing going on with kids. Kids are more aware of it now because everybody wants to make a big deal about it. But we're all grown, and you just learned at your big age that Bert and Ernie was gay.
Yeah, you just fucked me up with that.
And
One.
tell-
I'm gonna
what's the
I'm
other
gonna
one
research
dinosaur?
that one when I get
Oh,
there.
I got you one. All the kids.
Don't you- Barney?
No, all the kids.
That was a rumor,
no,
man.
all the kids in Rugrats was dead.
What?
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 That's
They
why.
was dead.
That's why Angelica was the only one that got in trouble. Phil and Lil were twins because the baby was born and died, and she didn't know if it was a boy or girl, so she made them twins. Chucky died with his mom. I can't remember how Tommy died. Like, it's a whole thing. Go Google it. They have a whole entire reason, and that's
I
why
need this
Angelica
information.
was the only person that ever got in trouble. If you ever think about it, Phil, Lil, Tommy, Chucky, they never got in trouble. And they said that's why Chucky's dad was always sad because Chucky died with his mom. So they said all the
How the
babies-
hell you get the back credits to the shit?
Twitter, man, I'm telling you, Twitter help your life.
Like Twitter.
We get
Twitter?
we getting a lot of comments in here.
You learn something new on Twitter every
We
day.
get a lot of comments in here.
Crazy.
But yeah,
I love
all the
education.
Rugrats.
Most
was
of them
dead.
just clowning, being silly. I love y'all, man. Appreciate the follow.
Yeah, Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo had a gay kid.
Yo, not
What?
And it better not be Scrappy.
You say what?
It better
It
not
definitely-
be Lil Scrappy.
What?
Not those
Okay, KK. It better not be Lil Scrappy, man.
Better not be Scrappy.
It
That's
better
my
not be
favorite
Scrappy
little
Doo.
yo. That's my favorite dude.
It better not be Lil Scrappy.
Hey, there's so many things that you guys we all missed in cartoons growing up because it wasn't important.
Cause I don't need to know at that point. Like I don't like.
I'm eating cereal. I'm
And
getting ready to
kids
go
these
outside.
days- and kids these
They
days
saying
are the same
Velma was
way.
gay. Oh, Lord.
Kids,
Velma.
Kids
Yeah, she
these
was.
days is the same way.
Velma was the gay one?
They don't care. You got to think it's normal for kids to see a same-sex couple now. It's nothing
Yeah,
outstanding to them. It
Y'all,
doesn't-
y'all normal.
Adults make it.
No,
a
it's,
big deal.
it's-
Kids
it's
don't
being
care.
confirmed that Velma was the lesbian.
Kids just don't care.
So
To
they was
kids,
getting
it's
down
like,
in the
okay,
mystery
to
van.
be-
Y'all saying they was getting down in the back of the mystery van. Mystery van.
Yeah,
But
obviously
you know
was.
when you know you
There was a
have
mystery
those,
going on in the mystery van.
Strange
You have
activities.
those old school parents, the 70s, the 50s.
We gonna whoop it out you.
They always believe that they can beat the gay out you.
Whoop it out you.
But you know, it's hard to get their mind frame switched to the 21st
I'm gonna tell
century.
you a secret.
It's hard.
Most of those
You got another fucking secret?
No,
man?
no. Most of those dads that's trying to beat the gay out of their sons.
Oh shit! Don't
That's
say
because
it.
they were down low themselves.
Huh?
I promise
Don't
you.
say it.
I promise you.
You
Gay
know,
gay
you
just
have to
did
have
not
something
happen
that you
in the
inquisitive.
90s. Gay didn't just
Listen.
whoosh in the 90s.
I went to Penn State.
People
right?
was gay way before that.
Y'all know I went to Penn State. I watched a lot of dudes who look, walk, and talk like me.
And they're
Let curiosity get the best of them.
I mean, it's real life. You gotta satisfy something.
some of the
I know
most
you
big
fucking
muscless
lying.
guys you'll ever
But
know
it's
are
true.
moms.
I'm trying to tell you.
You gotta satisfy
I
something.
seen it.
But I could never imagine two guys like,
Sword fighting. Challenge.
yeah, it just like,
That was too much. My
like,
bad.
like,
We don't
My
need no
bad.
visuals.
My bad.
Look, that's why I kept my comment to myself.
like, how? Like,
It was too
I was getting ready to tell it. I was like, it's not
No, I wanna know,
necessarily
'cause I-
sword
you know,
fighting.
No, don't.
is.
Yeah,
I'll just show you
about
something
to-
later. How about that? I'll show you something off here.
Yeah, off the air. Yeah.
but you know, I learn something new every day, and you know, and I give mad respect to that community because it takes a lot of confidence and a lot of pride to be who you are, just
Freely.
yourself.
Freely.
And you know, I have friends. I went to a wedding, and I'm going to one this weekend. It's like I know the love is there, but you know, some people just don't rock with it. Like you don't gotta live with them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't gotta be in their household. You just gotta support them. I said because at the end of the day, they still get the bullying and harassment and the cyberbullying. Like that stuff is real life. Like people just are
Mean.
mean.
For lack of better words, just flat out mean.
Like it's rough, and they don't get the love and support that they want. But it's a long road to get to that point.
That's why I love you, Jace, man.
Hey,
Man, I love you too, man.
Motherfucker, so
cheers to you. Hey, but I do.
unbothered.
I have a question.
What's up?
Is the community, alphabet community, is it stronger than the black community right now?
So I've never actually said like I was a part of the community because like I've literally never been to a pride.
Okay.
I don't really like.
Do you know how many
I know, bro.
women be there? I almost said a bad word.
You already know my tendencies. Do you really want me to let loose in there?
Yeah, you out of control, but
I'll be gone. But I can say I don't ever say I've been a part of the community. You know, I have my circle, and you know we're close, we're tight, and everything. But I mean, the community itself is very toxic. I think that's what a lot of outsiders don't realize. The alphabet community is very toxic because even as
Hey, we don't want to
someone
get you
that's-
canceled, man.
No. It's not even going to get me canceled. Like the transgender community is already canceled as is. Like we are one of the most hated inside of the community. Like we catch so much flack inside of the community, and that's why a lot of people are moving away from the community. And it's not necessarily the alphabet community as a whole, but you have your smaller, more intimate community. Like the community as a whole, they attack each other just like the outside world. And
Really?
transgenders, we're attacked more in general in the outside
in the
world, and then you add that into the community as well. Like it literally becomes too much. Like it's a lot, and we're accepted in some spaces, and then there's others where we're just not. You know, and like I said, I've never said I'm just like a part of the community of parent. Obviously, I've been up and down the alphabet. I'm by default in the community, but I definitely stick with my smaller clique because it can be negative. You know, people attack you just because of that. You know, people get into an argument, the first thing they're going to say is, oh, you ain't even got no dick, you ain't even a real man. But we were just cool 20 minutes ago.
Wow.
You know, it's a lot of that, and you really have to be careful who you surround yourself.
So y'all got hating ass niggas too?
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah,
man, hating
no
ass
doubt.
niggas everywhere, man.
It's a lot. Like even like they're literally changing legislation just for transgender people, and simply because they don't
So
educate
I
themselves.
think that's where Dana was going with it. Like, as far as the legislation and laws and things like that, do you think that the alphabet community is stronger than the African American community? Like, as far as just a quick spin the block. Think that's where he was going with it, because you know, politically and law wise and government wise, like they're making laws and things, now, for lack of better words, to appease, accommodate, and to help you guys.
Dude,
As
just
opposed to-
pause.
What's your first? What's up, bro?
SpongeBob. Is there any
SquarePants.
is there conspiracy out there on SpongeBob?
SpongeBob upside down pineapple.
We're not gonna say what the upside down pineapple means.
We already discovered that one.
Whoa,
But go ahead.
Okay, can we get a quick break right quick? We're gonna run shot o'clock. Let's get a quick break right quick.
Listen to pineapple under the sea.
Oh God! Quick break. We'll be right back.